Here's where we break down the tech and tactics shaping the world's battlegrounds. Today, we're diving into a ship that's making waves. Literally, meet the Sichuan, China's newest naval titan, launched in December 2024. This Type 076 amphibious assault ship isn't just a warship. It's a bold challenge to U.S. naval supremacy. With drones, cutting-edge tech, and a hybrid design, could it redefine power on the seas? Buckle up as we explore this beast, its capabilities, and the high-stakes naval race unfolding in the Pacific. Let's set sail. Let's start with the fundamentals. The Sichuan, officially the Type 076, is the world's largest amphibious assault ship, weighing over 40,000 tons and stretching 850 feet, roughly 3 football fields. Launched on December 27, 2024, from Shanghai's Hudong Zhonghua shipyard. It's a hybrid marvel, part landing ship, part aircraft carrier. Unlike its predecessor, the Type 075, the Sichuan can carry helicopters, landing craft, up to 1,500 Marines, and fixed-wing aircraft, thanks to its full-length flight deck. Picture it, a floating fortress capable of storming beaches or dominating skies. Why is this ship a big deal? It's not just size. The Sichuan introduces tech that puts it in a league of its own. Its electromagnetic catapult system, EMALS, mirrors the U.S.'s cutting-edge Ford-class carriers, letting it launch heavy drones or even manned aircraft. Yes, you heard that right. A so-called amphibious ship launching fighter jets. Add to that its role as a drone carrier, packed with uncrewed systems designed to swarm enemy defenses, and you've got a vessel that's as versatile as it is intimidating. China's not just building ships, they're rewriting the playbook. To understand its significance, let's zoom out. China's Navy, the plan, has been modernizing at breakneck speed. In the 1990s, it was a coastal force. Today, it's the world's largest navy by ship count. The Sichuan is a crown jewel in this expansion, blending amphibious muscle with carrier-like firepower. But how does it compare to the U.S.'s Titans? Let's dive into the tech. Now, let's talk tech, the heart of the Sichuan's threat. First up, that EMALS system. Electromagnetic catapults are a game changer. Unlike old-school steam catapults, EMALS is smoother, more efficient, and can launch heavier aircraft with pinpoint precision. Think of it like upgrading from a slingshot to a railgun. Only 3 ships globally have this tech. The U.S.'s Gerald R. Ford carrier, China's Type 03 Fujian, and now the Sichuan. For an amphibious ship to boast this, that's China flexing hard. Then there's the drone factor. The Sichuan is designed as a drone carrier, potentially carrying dozens of advanced UAVs. Imagine reconnaissance drones like the WZ-7, scouting hundreds of miles, or strike drones like the GJ-11, overwhelming enemy defenses with precision strikes. Chinese naval planners have hinted at swarm tactics. Hundreds of drones launched to confuse and cripple adversaries. Pair that with a 21-megawatt gas turbine and an integrated power system, and the Sichuan can sustain long missions, from the South China Sea to the Indian Ocean. Defensively, it's a fortress. 3 HQ-10 missile launchers, 3 30mm close-in weapon systems, and decoy launchers protected from missiles and aircraft. But it's not just hardware. The ship's networked systems link it to China's satellites and destroyers, creating a kill web where data flows in real time. Sound familiar? It's China's take on the U.S.'s networked warfare. Let's pause for a second. If you're wondering how drones and catapults fit on an amphibious ship, you're not alone. The Sichuan's hybrid design raises questions about its focus. More on that later. For now, know this. Its tech blurs the line between traditional roles, making it a wild card in naval warfare. What do you think? Is China's drone focus a stroke of genius or a risky bet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. So why does the Sichuan matter for U.S. naval supremacy? For decades, America's 11 aircraft carriers, each over 100,000 tons, have ruled the seas. Their strike groups, packed with F-35s, destroyers, and unmatched logistics, extend power globally. The U.S. Navy's budget alone dwarfs most countries' entire militaries, but the Sichuan introduces a new dynamic. First, numbers. China's shipbuilding capacity is staggering. Some analysts estimate it's 200 times larger than the U.S.'s for certain vessels. The Sichuan is one piece of a growing fleet. 3 carriers, dozens of destroyers, and over 60 submarines. While one Sichuan won't sink a U.S. carrier, imagine a dozen Type 076 launching drone swarms. That could stretch U.S. defenses thin, especially in a multi-front conflict. Second, reach. The Sichuan screams power projection. It can support amphibious landings, protect trade routes, or challenge U.S. allies like Japan or the Philippines. Picture it near Taiwan, launching drones to disrupt U.S. operations or supporting a blockade. Analysts highlight its role in a potential cross-strait conflict, though China insists it's defensive. This ship isn't just hardware, it's a geopolitical signal. Third, cost. A U.S. carrier costs approximately $13 billion. The Sichuan? Likely $3 to $4 billion. China's betting on quantity and versatility to counter America's quality. But here's a question for you. Can affordable, drone-heavy ships outmatch the U.S.'s battle-tested giants? Let's add context. The U.S. maintains 800 overseas bases and alliances like AUKUS. China's building its own network, ports in Pakistan, Djibouti, and Cambodia. But it's playing catch-up. The Sichuan's role? Extend China's influence while testing U.S. resolve. By 2035, China aims for a world-class navy. The Sichuan's a stepping stone. Before you crown the Sichuan king of the seas, let's pump the brakes. It's impressive, but not perfect. First, its hybrid design. Trying to be both a carrier and a landing ship creates trade-offs. Its flight deck is smaller than a true carrier's, and emails might limit helicopter ops during fixed-wing launches. It's like a Swiss Army knife. Versatile, but not a master of any one role. Survivability is another issue. At 40,000 tons, it's big, but lacks the armor and escorts of a U.S. carrier strike group. U.S. submarines or F-35s could exploit that in a head-to-head fight. Emails is also tricky. China's still refining it on the Fujian, so glitches on the Sichuan are possible. Experience matters too. The U.S. Navy has decades of carrier ops. China's learning fast, but lacks that depth. Coordinating drones, aircraft, and marines on a new platform, that's like juggling while riding a unicycle. The Sichuan's in trials. Full commissioning might not happen until late 2026. One more thing. Logistics. U.S. carriers operate globally with unmatched supply chains. China's blue water capabilities are growing, but sustaining the Sichuan far from home isn't easy. For now, it's a regional powerhouse, not a global one. So, what's the world saying? Allies like Japan and Australia are nervous, boosting their own naval budgets. The Pentagon's response: more unmanned systems, laser defenses, and hypersonic weapons. NATO's even running drills to counter drone swarms. Meanwhile, nations like India and Russia are watching closely. Could they adopt similar hybrid ships? Looking ahead, the Sichuan's drone carrier role could redefine naval warfare. If China scales this model, by 2035, the Pacific could see fleets of affordable, drone-heavy ships challenging U.S. dominance. But supremacy isn't won with one ship. It's about strategy, alliances, and adaptability. The U.S. isn't standing still. Expect a tech race like never before. What's your take? Will drones or carriers rule the seas? This naval race is heating up, and the Pacific's the battleground. That's the Sichuan, China's bold bet on the future of naval power. Will it dethrone the U.S. Navy, or is it a high-tech experiment? Let me know in the comments. Are you Team Sichuan or Team Supercarrier? If you loved this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more military breakdowns, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video. Until then, keep your eyes on the horizon. This race is just getting started.